Susan Dey, born on December 10, 1952 in Peoria, Illinois, was destined for the spotlight, though her journey to fame was paved with both hardships and grace. After losing her mother at a young age, Susan and her family moved to New York, where she was raised by her father, a newspaper editor. This environment shaped her intellectual side, while her natural beauty and poise drew attention. Before entering acting, Susan worked as a model, gaining early recognition in magazines like 17. Her big break came at just 17 when she was cast as Lori Partridge on the hit show The Partridge Family. With no prior acting experience, Susan brought a refreshing innocence and charm to the role. The show became an instant success, and she quickly became a beloved teen idol, admired by millions for her wholesome image. The complex relationship with David Cassidy, Susan's rise to fame on The Partridge Family, brought with it a close on-screen bond with co-star David Cassidy. Their chemistry as siblings on the show captivated audiences, but their real-life relationship was more complicated. Behind the scenes, Susan developed feelings for David. "Of course I had a crush on him," she admitted, recognizing his charisma and kindness. However, Cassidy was living a different life off-screen, overwhelmed by the attention from fans and the pressures of his teen idol status. Susan recalls feeling hurt when she learned that David had spoken about her crush in an interview, not fully understanding the depth of her feelings. The way he handled the situation left Susan feeling betrayed, but she later realized that both of them were just trying to navigate the complexities of fame. Life after The Partridge Family and breaking away from typecasting. After The Partridge Family ended in 1974, Susan Dey found herself grappling with the challenge of shedding the teen idol image that had come to define her. She was determined to be seen as a serious actress, no longer just the wholesome Lori Partridge. Her transition into more mature roles was marked by her performance in the television movie Mary Jane Harper Cried Last Night, 1977, where she portrayed a young mother struggling with mental illness. Her portrayal earned praise for its emotional depth, proving that she was more than just a pretty face. Throughout the late 1970s and 1980s, Susan continued to pursue diverse roles that showcased her versatility and range, all while trying to move beyond the shadow of her early fame. L.A. Law, a defining role. Susan's career took a major turn in 1986 when she was cast as Grace Van Owen on the legal drama L.A. Law. The role of the intelligent, compassionate, and determined deputy district attorney was a departure from her previous work, but it suited her perfectly. Susan's portrayal of Grace was a critical success, earning her a Golden Globe Award and several Emmy nominations. As a professional woman on television, she broke new ground for female characters, depicting a woman who is both powerful and human. Her role on L.A. Law solidified her place in television history and marked the peak of her acting career, cementing her reputation as a serious and respected actress in the industry. Venturing into comedy and Saturday Night Live. By 1992, Susan Dey had become a household name thanks to her long-running role on L.A. Law. However, she wasn't content to be pigeonholed into dramatic roles alone. That year, she stepped outside of her comfort zone by hosting an episode of Saturday Night Live, SNL. The opportunity to appear on the iconic comedy sketch show was both a nod to her enduring popularity and a showcase of her versatility. Despite being primarily known for her dramatic work, Susan handled the live format with professionalism and humor, holding her own alongside seasoned comedians. Her appearance was well received, with many noting her quick wit and ability to adapt to a completely different genre. Hosting SNL showed that Susan was not only capable of excelling in drama, but also comfortable stepping into the world of comedy. Diving into more personal projects. After leaving Love and War, Susan Dey turned her attention to more personal and socially relevant projects. In 1993, she both produced and starred in the television movie Lies and Lullabies, also known as Sad Inheritance, which dealt with the difficult issue of drug addiction among pregnant women. Her portrayal of a cocaine-addicted expectant mother struggling with the consequences of her addiction was deeply moving and earned her critical acclaim. The role allowed Susan to showcase her range as an actress, shedding her glamorous image to portray a character facing profound emotional and societal challenges. Her performance was praised for its honesty and depth, further cementing Susan's ability to take on complex roles with sensitivity and authenticity. Reflections on David Cassidy. A complicated bond. After years of silence, Susan Dey has finally opened up about her complex relationship with her Partridge Family co-star David Cassidy. While their on-screen chemistry as Laurie and Keith Partridge was beloved by fans, their real-life bond was marked by both affection and misunderstandings. Susan candidly admitted that she developed feelings for David, confessing that she had a crush on him during the show. However, David, overwhelmed by his own fame, was pulled in multiple directions, and his personal life was far different from the one portrayed on screen. Susan felt betrayed when she discovered that David had spoken about her crush publicly, which caused a rift between them. Despite the emotional distance that grew, Susan later reflected with compassion, realizing that they were both just trying to survive the whirlwind of fame at such a young age. Looking back with affection and regret. Looking back on her time with David Cassidy, Susan Dey has made peace with the past. We were young, we made mistakes, and we lived a dream that millions of people shared with us, she said with grace. While there were difficult moments, Susan cherishes the memories of her time on the Partridge Family, including the laughter, long filming days, and the music that defined the era. As she reflects on their relationship, she acknowledges that both she and David were shaped by the pressures of fame. "David will always be a part of my story," she said emotionally, recognizing the significant role he played in her life. Despite the ups and downs, Susan's candid reflections reveal a woman who has learned to embrace both the love and loss that came with her extraordinary life in the public eye. A life defined by grace. Now at 72, Susan Dey stands as a figure of grace, both on and off screen. Her honesty about her past, particularly her relationship with David Cassidy, reflects a woman who has learned to forgive and accept the complexities of life in the spotlight. Through the challenges of fame, family, and personal growth, Susan has carved out a life that values privacy, family, and authenticity. Her career from the Partridge Family to LA Law is a testament to her versatility and resilience, but it's the lessons she's learned along the way that truly define her. In her reflections, Susan shows that fame is fleeting, but the power of love, memory, and forgiveness endures.